Kurumi Tokisaki attacks a DEM facility and finds the captured spirit Nia Hanju, codenamed Sister.
Sometime after the most recent events, Shido has been receiving medical checkups from Rain to confirm his health after having to seal the spirit's magical energy in his body for an extended period of time.
While Manataka Miya gets her own checkup from Kotori, Shido returns home when he runs into Nia starving on the streets. He brings her to her workplace, a manga publishing bullpen where Nia reveals herself both as a spirit and as a manga artist. She is already aware of Shido's mission thanks to her angel, Raziel, which gives her almost unlimited knowledge on the world and humanity. For her own amusement, Nia decides to go on a date with Shido until she reveals that she has never fallen in love with anything other than characters from fiction. Shido's attempts to win Nia's heart, both by acting like her favorite manga character and communicating with her through a video game demo, fail, which gives Ratatosker the idea of entering a manga festival and submitting their own amateur manga. If they win, Nia will be forced to read it. While the spirits work hard at creating the manga, Shido and Kotori visit an old friend of Nia whom Nia stopped getting into contact, leading her to believe Nia did not like her anymore. This causes Kotori to believe that Raziel made Nia aware of people's hidden dark thoughts, though Shido believes Nia wouldn't do that and can overcome this problem with the help of the spirits. Meanwhile, Kurumi visits Nia and asks her if there is a way to destroy the spirit of origin, the spirit responsible for the creation of all spirits. Nia tells her that the spirit of origin is so powerful that defeating her in straight-up combat is impossible, but Kurumi believes she can get around that with time travel. Natsumi does the lion's share of the manga's work and passes out from exhaustion, but the spirits complete their preparations for the festival. The Kamiko festival begins with the spirits and Nia setting up their own booths in order to sell their manga. The spirits ask their friends and colleagues for help in their sales, while Nia gets a surprise visit from her old friend, Takajo, who despite not understanding why Nia stopped being friends with her, still wants to support her work. As the competition heats up, Nia admits that she feels unable to trust people on a personal level because Raziel constantly tempts her to look into people's secrets and violate their privacy, but Shido says that no matter what happens, he will always trust her. As the festival ends, the competition ends in a draw, but Nia agrees to read the spirits manga, an embellished retelling of how Shido saved them, which touches her emotionally. Suddenly, Nia starts to inverse due to the memories and trauma of being captured and tortured by DEM, purposefully re-triggered by Isaac Westcott. With Raziel turned into the Demon King Beelzebub, the spirits attempt to calm Nia down until Ellen and Westcott's new wizard, Artemisia Bell Ashcroft, steal Nia's Cliffa Crystal, the source of her power as an inverted spirit. Westcott himself assimilates the Cliffa Crystal and obtains the power of Beelzebub, ordering a retreat so he can fully assimilate to its power. Fortunately, a fragment of Nia's Sapphira crystal still remains within her body, so Shido is able to seal her powers. On the path to recovery, Nia plans to reconnect with Takajo and reveals to the other spirits that spirits are all actually former human beings, even the supposed pure ones. An asteroid falls right into Shido's school in the middle of class and Ratatosker reveals this to be caused by a spacebound spirit fending off attacks by DM forces. Using a camera to project himself into outer space, Shido attempts to talk to the spirit, Mukuro Hashimiya. Mukuro's angel, Michael, can move objects across long distances as well as lock and unlock physical skills and memories of objects and people. Mukuro used Michael on herself to seal her emotions, becoming a person of cold, dispassionate logic. Shido's attempts to persuade her to come to Earth with him fail, as she believes that the spirit's reduced power will not protect them from anyone who would wish harm on them, like DEM. She also threatens to stop the Earth's rotation should anyone interrupt her solitude again, Shido included. Between the threat of DEM successfully capturing Mukuro and Earth's destruction, Kotori tells Shido Ratatosker will travel into space with its new spaceship, the Fraxinus Excelsior, in order to save Mukuro. Before liftoff, however, the spirits receive a visit from Elliot Baldwin Woodman, chairman and founder of Ratatosker. He reveals that he, alongside Westcott, Ellen, and her sister Karen, founded DEM in an attempt to capture spirits, but upon realizing the immorality of their actions and falling in love with the spirit of origin, Woodman parted ways with Westcott and founded Ratatosker alongside Karen. As soon as Woodman thanks Shido for keeping the spirits safe, Westcott finds the spirits through the power of Beelzebub, trapping them in a dark void while he goes to confront Woodman. Using the power of Beelzebub, Westcott has trapped the spirits in a world with elements of classical fairy tales and modern manga, forcing the spirits to play the parts of fictional characters. Shido manages to reunite with the spirits, who realize they are unable to escape from the fantasy world under their own power. Instead, the spirits must find a character powerful enough to help them return to the real world. Fortunately, an alternate version of Shido, the protagonist of the manga created by the spirits for Kamiko, comes to their aid and helps them return to their world, but not before telling his original self to save Mukuro and help her come to terms with her own emotions. As the spirits return to the real world, the Fraxinus crew has successfully repelled an attack from DM's forces and the Fraxinus finally blasts off into space. Woodman faces off against Westcott while the Fraxinus catches up to Mukuro in space. Thanks to the Fraxinus' improved and expanded territory, Shido and the spirits can perform a spacewalk without the need of spacesuits in order to talk to Mukuro directly. Unfortunately, the DM fleet, led by Ellen, attacks Fraxinus while Shido uses Haniel to create his own copy of Michael, hoping to use it to unlock the emotions Mukuro sealed away. Maria, Fraxinus AI, grants Origami the Brunhild combat armor so she can fight Artemisia, who is present in the fight as well. Origami proceeds to merge Brunhild with her own spirit power, just as the spirits grant a portion of their power to Fraxinus in order to deal severe damage to Goetia, Ellen's personal warship, and force it into a retreat. Shido successfully unlocks Mukuro's emotions, but they are attacked by DEM's remaining ships, forcing Shido to protect Mukuro with his own body during atmospheric re-entry. Fraxinus recovers Shido, but Mukuro is nowhere to be found until she teleports at Fraxinus Medical Bay and, with her emotions unlocked, happily agrees to go on a date with Shido. Meanwhile, Ellen returns to Westcott's side, finding him injured after his fight with Woodman. Shido's date with Mukuro proceeds without problems, but when Mukuro says that she wants to keep Shido all to herself, Shido reaffirms that his duty is to save all the spirits, not just Mukuro. The next day, Shido awakens to realize that everyone he has ever met, including the spirits, has no idea of who he is. Mukuro reveals herself to be responsible for erasing people's memories of Shido because she wants Shido to belong to her. Unexpectedly, however, two people still remember Shido, the new Origami, born after Shido created a new timeline, and Toka's inverted personality, awakened during the battle at DM Industries. Inverted Toka wants revenge on Shido for supposedly humiliating her during their first encounter and is about to fight Mukuro, but Origami, acting as peacemaker, decides that the best way to end this conflict is with a date. Unfortunately, the attempts of both Inverted Toka and Mukuro to seduce Shido only make him uncomfortable. Kotori and the Ratatoskr crew, having not yet fully regained their memories yet, monitor Shido's date with both Inverted Toka and Mukuro and send the spirits to find them. Origami suggests they visit the Tengu Tower, a place Mukuro once visited with her foster family. This causes Mukuro to feel momentarily sick, and Inverted Toka uses this as an opportunity to attempt to kiss Shido, which enrages Mukuro and triggers a battle between them. During the battle, Inverted Toka cuts a lock from Mukuro's hair, which further enrages Mukuro and causes her to use Michael in an attempt to stop the planet's rotation, thinking that she and Shido live forever in space. Origami once again combines the Brunhild armor and her spirit powers to fight Inverted Toka, while Shido convinces the spirits to save the planet. Mukuro suddenly remembers that, when she first obtained her spirit powers, she used them to make everyone forget her foster sister Asahi existed, including her friends and teacher, an act that caused her family to fear and reject Mukuro. Horrified by what she has done, Mukuro almost inverts, but Shido comforts her and says that he will be her new family. Shido seals her powers, the spirits are able to save the planet, and Inverted Toka allows Shido to kiss her, with regular Toka returning as she and everyone else recovers their memories of Shido. A few days later, Shido and the spirits return to Raisin, only to find Kurumi waiting for them. Kurumi has decided to give Shido a chance to seal her own powers if he can make her fall in love with him first. If she makes him fall for her first, she will take his powers, which would kill him. Shido agrees, because he wants Kurumi to have a normal, happy life, despite the problems she has given him in the past. Meanwhile, Westcott orders Ellen and Artemisia to kill Shido, even creating an army of artificial spirits called Nibelkol to help them. As soon as DEM is about to attack Shido, however, they are intercepted by Mana, who reluctantly receives help from Kurumi's clones and succeeds in forcing DEM to retreat. As the spirits talk about Kurumi's reappearance and DEM's attack, Nia reveals that Kurumi had visited her before the Kamiko festival and asked for information on how to kill the spirit of origin who appeared 30 years ago. The next day, Shido and Kurumi begin their date, in which Shido takes Kurumi to play with some cats. Shido and Kurumi share their lunches with one another at Raisin, while the other spirits prepare for the upcoming Valentine's Day. That night, Shido is unexpectedly attacked by the Nibelkol clones in his house, but awakens to find himself like nothing happened. After the spirits' initial attempts to seduce Shido, they proceed to make chocolates, though most are inexperienced and rely on Rain's help. During their conversations, Rain talks about the story of her first love from long ago. Kurumi then arrives in the household, intending to make her own chocolates, as the spirits reluctantly agree to let her join them in making them. Valentine's Day arrives and the spirits give their chocolate gifts to Shido, who goes on another date with Kurumi. Upon nightfall, Kurumi decides to tell her full story to Shido and takes him to an abandoned building she has been using as a safe house, where she uses her angel to transfer her memories to Shido. Years ago, Kurumi was just a normal person who suddenly stumbled upon Mio Takamiya, the spirit of origin. Mio acknowledges that Kurumi had the ability to enter the realm of the spirits, so she gave her a sapphire crystal, turning Kurumi into a spirit herself, and tasked her with hunting monsters across the city. Kurumi killed the monsters as Mio had told her to, but she later discovered that one of the monsters she killed was her friend, Sawa, who had received a sapphire crystal from Mio, revealing that all the monsters she had been hunting were actually humans mutated by the unstable powers of the sapphire crystals. All this time, Mio had been using humans in an attempt to refine sapphire crystals so that she could bond them to humans that could properly use their powers, like Kurumi herself. Upon watching the end of Kurumi's memories, Shido finally understands Kurumi's mission. She wants to avenge Sawa's death. Kurumi admits to Shido that she feels she doesn't deserve redemption for what she has done in her quest to kill the spirit of origin, but she promises that her actions will be undone if her plans succeed, intending to use Shido's power to let her travel back in time to before Mio made her a spirit and kill her then. But a group of Nibelcoal clones attack them. Kurumi kills the Nibelcoals, but collapses from exhaustion. A duplicate of Kurumi from an alternate timeline reaches the safe house and admits to Shido that Kurumi has been using time travel to protect Shido from DM's constant attacks, as DEM has already succeeded in killing him 204 times, with her undoing it each time. When Shido asks why Kurumi simply didn't kill him and take his powers for herself instead of going through all that trouble just to save him, Kurumi admits that she has fallen in love with him. Once the original Kurumi awakens from her rest, she and her clones re-evaluate their plans until they stumble upon Phantom, the mysterious entity that has been creating spirits throughout the years. The Kurumis attack and successfully expose Phantom, revealing herself to be Rain, before taking her into their realm. Shido returns to Ratatoskra's headquarters and informs the spirits about Kurumi's actions and his intentions to save her. All the while another Rain is there assisting them. The overarching moral centers around personal growth, sacrifice, and the complexities of making difficult choices for the greater good. It emphasizes the idea that sometimes, in order to protect what is important, individuals might need to make sacrifices and face challenges that test their values and convictions. The season underscores the importance of courage, selflessness, and the willingness to confront one's past and fears to create a better future. It teaches that growth often comes from facing adversity head-on and making choices that align with one's principles, even if they come with personal sacrifices. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, because it is very important for the development of the channel.